America wastes enough food to fill California's 90,000-seat Rose Bowl Stadium. According to Lindsay Blomberg, an author and journalist at Earth Talk, she wrote this in her article for the Environmental magazine in September of 2011. When we were little, our parents insisted that we would finish all of our food before we left the table. We would gobble down our fruits and vegetables in order to be a proud member of the Clean Plate Club. However, our parents were teaching us a much bigger lesson. The food waste of America threatens the fragile balance of its entire population. First, I will tell you about the amount of food waste in America and why it is a problem. Second, my solution to this problem is to provide food waste prevention methods to its producers and consumers. To begin, let's talk about the amount of food waste in America. Americans waste food production, resources, and food itself. According to Food Engineering, an organization that covers food plants, food packaging, and FDA regulations, from their website, written in 2018, every year the average American wastes 915 pounds of food. Thrown away food means wasting the resources, such as water and transportation, that goes into its production. According to Matthew Cady, an award-winning food journalist, he wrote in his article for the Environmental magazine in May 2018 that 44% of calories in the available food supply, which translates to 1 billion pounds of food, is wasted every year. According to Richard Schiffman, an environmental journalist, he wrote in his article for the Environmental magazine in May 2018 that the largest component of food waste, the largest component of U.S. landfills are human methane emissions. In the end, food waste represents a loss of $240 billion to the American economy. Now that you know the amount of food waste in America, I will tell you why it is happening. The first reason that food waste is happening is because producers and consumers are impractical and ill-informed towards the food industry. According to Douglas Peckinpah, a chief editor at Business News Publishing, he wrote in his article for Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery in 2018 that around half of U.S. produce is wasted because of their imperfections that do not meet America's idealized beauty expectations. The second reason that food waste is occurring is because the average consumer lacks food production education. According to Lindsay Blomberg, as previously cited, buffets are the largest culprit of food waste, with nearly half of their prepared food ending up in the trash. Many Americans also do not know that the sell-by dates stamped on their packages refer to peak quality rather than to safety. Now that you know why it is occurring, I will provide my solution. America needs to provide food waste prevention methods to their producers and consumers. The government should require companies to follow Food Waste Reduction Alliance Guidelines, or FWRA. They suggest that companies use modern-day packaging techniques to increase freshness and extend shelf life. They also suggest that you use a waste composition analysis, which would include using journals, surveys, and models. According to Food Engineering, as previously cited, the average American can apply food waste prevention methods in their own home. According to Food Service Director, an organization that helps prevent conflict between producers and businesses, from their website in 2014, people should watch the amount of food that they consume and cut back on the less popular dishes. The average consumer can also support farmers market by buying the ugly fruits and vegetables that are just as nutritious as their pretty counterparts. Today, I have told you about the amount of food waste in America and why it is a problem. My solution to this problem is to provide food waste prevention methods to its producers and consumers. The food waste in America threatens the fragile balance of its entire population. Imagine if we actually used all of the food that is wasted that could fill California's 90,000-seat Rolls-Royce Stadium. We could feed every hungry American. That was our parents' ultimate goal in teaching us about the Clean Plate Club.